Hello and welcome to the Goal Line Conversation podcast. My name is Michael.
How far? How you doing today? How's life?
His name is Jared.
Oh, sorry. Yes. That.
One day you perfect this craft. I believe in you.
It's okay. I'm a work in progress.
How's everyone doing today? How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm what's it? We thank God. We serve a living God.
That's good.
Liverpool are not walking alone by themselves.
You see how they are coming here. No, we'll get into it. For all the Man U fans now, all of a sudden now you're all bleeding red. I've not seen Man U fans for a while. Some of them were hiding. They have been incognito. They have been using incognito browser. Now all of a sudden everywhere is public. Their Instagram is public. They have even removed private before. Before they were all private. So if you see a Man U fan before, they were private on Instagram. Now they are public, posting every time. It's okay. We know you people. You will still go back. This season.
Can I ask a question?
Okay. Ask me. Go ahead.
Why are you a hater?
I'm not a hater.
Why are you a hater?
You cannot be rejoicing. And I am in misery. My whole club is in misery. I'm not in misery. My club is in misery.
You should be happy too. You are in the semi-final.
We barely made it, brother. Did you see that Chelsea Leicester debacle? We barely made it with a championship squad.
Or out. And all we need for you guys to do is to go and barely beat Man City.
And if we barely beat Man City, we'll barely beat you.
No, you will not.
We'll barely beat you.
No, you will not.
Anyway.
No, you will not.
If you're new to this podcast, this is a podcast where we talk about all things football. Mostly English Premier League. We're not going to lie to you. We do touch upon other leagues if there are any interesting games, any big clashes that you need to be aware of.
The famous clubs in other leagues.
Yeah, the famous clubs. Other than that, it's mostly English. I will not lie to you. I want to be straight with you.
So if you're a Real Betis fan,
yeah, you are not going to get it.
Valencia fans, no.
Yeah, no.
Milan fans, probably.
If you are playing Inter Milan, Napoli, yes, we want to talk about you. But if not really. We're mostly interested in the Premier League. So mostly our views are going to be biased, and that's it. We'll give you biased view. We'll give you unbiased view when our teams are not doing well. So when our teams are not doing well, you will see us humble. As you can see, his team is doing somewhat well, and you can see how his chest is puffed out. Because of that, you can. Before he used to wear jacket, now he's wearing short sleeve, showing packs and everything. It's okay. Hey. Okay. Anyway, welcome to this episode. I know the last episode we had, it was only me. He abandoned me. He left me. He's back.
Did you post it?
Yeah, I posted it.
You said it was no.
Yeah, I posted. The show must go on. The show must go on.
My bad. You see, what had happened was life got in the way.
Life be lifing.
Life be lifing. Had to close some deals.
Okay.
Went to Dubai real quick.
You be lying to yourself there.
One day.
By God's grace. All right, let's get into our agenda for today.
Yeah, so what is it? Let's start.
The first one, we'll go through it. I put glory. I will not sing it for you, but you complete it. But how glorious is Man United after beating Liverpool and the FA Cup quarterfinals?
Okay, all I have to say is that if you missed that game, you didn't watch that game live, you missed the greatest game of the season.
Hey, Jesus.
Tell me what game beats that? Name one game that beats that. All of Arsenal's 5-0, 6-0 here and there does not beat that game. That game, as a neutral, you kept doing... It was just goals left and right. And as a Man U fan and a Liverpool fan...
What about Man City versus Chelsea? What happened to that one? 4-4.
That's true. Maybe. That's number 2.
Go ahead. I will enjoy your time.
Also, okay, for number 1, Chelsea, Man City. What were you guys playing for? What were you playing for?
We were playing for pride.
For pride, exactly. This one, there was pride. In this game, there was.
They had counted us out. Everybody
out.
I know,
Still out.
but they thought they would come into Man City and Ireland will be
You're
doing
still
hat-trick.
out.
It doesn't matter. We play
Anyway,
for
this
pride.
is Man United. Don't bring your Chelsea whatever into this thing. So number one,
Yeah.
we scored.
Okay.
Scored. I was like, you know what? But just write this 1-0 out, because when that game started, let's be honest, I didn't give us hope. I had no faith in us.
You had nothing.
There was no faith, because this is Klopp's last season. He's going to try to like win something.
And what that
A clean sweep. That was what Klopp was going to do, and I would never have been mad at if he won a clean sweep. When I saw against them, I said, okay, you know what, these guys, this game, Ten Hag, I don't have faith in you to win this game, but don't disgrace us. That's it.
Don't make it a 7.
Don't make it exactly. Don't
do a 7.
Don't get a Mourinho beating or you're beating up with Man City. Just like, gingerly get like a 1-0, 2-1, 3-1. We all go home. Respectful beating. The 1-0. It's like, hey, okay.
What's going on here?
Okay. Then they scored offside. If that offside was against my team,
You'd be mad.
I would have thrown my shoe at that TV. It was elbow. It was something. I was like, what? So I was happy. I was like, yes, it's a Sunday. The Lord today is supporting my you.
Lord is upon Red Continue.
No, on that day, when the Red Angels.
Sir Jim, since you are reconstructing Man U, you just change the name to Red Angels.
We're angels on that day. We're angels. So then they scored. You're like, okay, all right, it's 1-1. And then you blink. The second goal goes in. At that point, that's my brother. I'm like, yeah, it was 4-1 and lasted.
Bruh, that's why I turned off the TV, because I actually was expecting guests. Once I saw 2-1, I was like, all right, it was fun. I'm like, because when I saw 1-0, I was like, I was like, could do that? Are you actually going to beat them? Then when I saw 2, I was like, never mind. They were
Tell you
playing.
how bad it was for me.
What?
I had the game on my TV, put up my laptop, started browsing internet. I said, this is over. It became background noise. So
I'm glad you're being honest.
I was like, the game is over. Let me just put it as background noise. So then later I was like, they scored. Okay, there's a chance again. There's that back and forth. Then as I laptop, go and sit down. We're here. And then it became 3-2. You're like, oh my God, we did one more goal. Got it. It was a great game. As a Man U fan, it was the greatest game in the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, actually.
It was fun. It was like, this was the first time we felt like we actually played for something, and we're actually showing up. Because half the time you're like, now you show up at the 88th minute. Now you want to start running up and down. McTominay, I insult you a lot. I still think you're a squad player. You shouldn't be a starter. But you know what?
He showed up.
But you know what? ETH, Ten Hag, the bald fraud that he is, has figured out your best position. Nobody could figure a center attacking midfielder or a central midfielder that runs into the goal. That's it. Now, mind you, when
what does Bruno play with center attacking midfielder?
Dude, I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
All I'm saying is that McTominay is a liability.
Yeah.
I would argue that. But he scores goals. So McTominay, for me, I feel like he's a perfect 75-minute player. Just bring him in the 75th minute. Your job is to attack that goal. Just figure it out.
At this point, just turn him into a right winger, because you don't have a right winger.
No, but he can't even cross. Dude, he cannot pass.
Yeah, true.
He can't pass. He's really good at figuring out what to do. He turns into Haaland in the middle of the goal. Once he gets to the
Haaland spirit, drop a ball.
He gets it. He like, Haaland is 6'4". He's 6'4".
Like that Naruto 90. All the chakras just engage.
For the Joker Brazil out there, he turns into a Super Saiyan. The hair becomes yellow. I don't know how he does it, but like in the 80-yard box, you give McTominay the ball, he will figure it out. Great player. Still limited though. I don't want you to start my team. You're not in the first 11. You're definitely a backup, but he cannot be sold. We can't sell McTominay.
All right. While you are saying that, I want you to highlight some of the players that you felt stood out in that game.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to say the flop.
Oh, Anthony.
The flop.
We're going to talk about Kobe Mino.
The flop, Anthony. God will bless you.
God will bless.
It's like all the insults that you have received.
He actually showed with his weak foot.
I was like, that's his right foot. Oh Oh, he scored a goal with his right foot. You know how amazing that was? No, Anthony. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not sorry yet, but like, you're still a flop. You're a waste of money, but you showed up when it mattered. And hopefully this can be your, what's the word? Your redemption arc. Like if this is anime, he's been like Naruto, you get your ass whooped, and now like you come back, you've learned.
You have learned from the beating.
Exactly. So now hopefully you could come back and like come on win us stuff.
I really hope that he takes this time to actually figure out that he can be more dangerous if he doesn't show the defender what he's going to do ahead of time. Let them keep them guessing. But try to shoot on your right foot.
That's what I'm saying. He has to start using his right foot, because if you're a defender, I could defend Anthony. I don't have pace. like I'm slow. But all I would do is like, he will not go down the line. He's going to want to corner cross in.
Like it's like that part of the feet is dead.
He just ignores it.
It's like a dead part.
His fullback is useless. His fullback can overlap, and he will still ignore the fullback and wants to shoot. So if Anthony could just figure out a way to like, just maybe twice in the game, Ten Hag tells him, hey, I want you to use your foot 3 times, your right foot throughout this game.
That's your FIFA task.
That's your task. That's your FIFA task. Just do it 3 times, so that way, like, show you that, like, yo, you go outside your foot. It becomes more deadly. But Anthony, who's been training you, who you has been training to use your right foot, that person deserves a raise. Because that game was over, and he just like back to go, and I don't know how he turned and he scored that goal. I was like, yes. Liverpool, you guys are going to walk alone this season. We walk alone.
All right, let's talk about some of the other standards in that game. Wan-Bissaka playing out of position. How impressed were you against Salah?
Wan-Bissaka, first of all, defensively, I don't ever be worried about him. He's really good defensively. Where everything goes out of thin is that his head doesn't. Some wire. Once he passes the halfway line,
the wires
just like stop. He just crisscross. They stop. Like it's obviously like there's current. He just does this.
But isn't so? My own thing about it is, if you know that's who you have as a defender, how about you make use of that? Take that weakness and make that a strength. And what I mean is that for any coach, if you understand that this guy is very, very good defensively, maybe in your formation, your tactic, how like some coaches, when they say they are playing a 4-3-3, they can be dynamic, and that 4-3-3 becomes a 3-5-2 or something. So you can take a midfielder and have him push more forward, like a more attacking midfielder, push him up more forward, so that way Wan-Bissaka stays back as that cover, and rather than a midfielder.
But the issue there, you're saying, is that, like, I see what you're saying, but the only midfielder we have that even pushes forward is McTominay. But McTominay also
can't pass. He has no vision.
No vision. And Wan-Bissaka too is not really even a great passer too. So it's kind of like it's limited, because Wan-Bissaka basically needs a Ronaldo in front of him. Just be like, you know what, you go and be devastating. If you don't like what's what track back, I'm fine. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
But that's the thing. We don't have it.
If people gonna buy Ronaldo now, then problem solved.
We need a right winger that actually can take on players, be devastating, and if he loses the ball, we say it's okay.
Just stay there.
Now Dalot, I'm sorry to say, Dalot is better than Wan-Bissaka. Dalot does attacking and defensively better. Okay. So Bissaka, there's still hope. I don't think it's a problem having Wan-Bissaka and Dalot.
A squad player.
Yeah, you have them. You can rotate them. Then you know, okay, if we're playing Man City, Dalot, sit down. But we need to be defensively. You put Wan-Bissaka there. It gives you different, tactics to use.
Okay. All right. The next person I actually want to talk about is Kobe Mino. Kobe Mino gets called up for the England squad at 18 years old. How good is this guy?
The next coming of Gerrard, Lampard, scores in one person. Yes.
Only him?
Yes.
Gerrard scores.
And Lampard in one person.
I'm hearing they call him the next Pogba. Do you agree with that statement?
No, I don't agree with that statement. I do not agree with that statement.
Why not?
I am one of Pogba's biggest fans. I would admit that. Pogba was never a midfielder that where Kobe Mino plays. Pogba was never an 8. Kobe Menu is an 8. Pogba is a 10. Masquerading as an 8.
Okay, that's
because Pogba's doesn't know how to defend.
Yeah,
Defensively, he was not it.
He's not it.
Like, he could do it with his body, but he did not care to defend. He would see you running like, you know what? Maybe this one I'll chase you. Tomorrow I won't chase you.
I won't chase you.
So no, Kobe Menu. If Wednesday you go on FIFA, you look at his stats. It shows high, attacking work rate and defensive work rate. Pogba had high-low.
I actually saw a clip of him in the English squad. You know, when they're in and they're showing clips of them in training, and this guy is. I think the best I can compare him to is too early.
What is who?
Too early. I'm seeing a Kante-like profile on him. Because he's that person that he's like a workhorse.
I don't agree with that.
Why?
Because you're reducing him. Because one thing that you're taking away from him is that he's a good passer.
And also a finisher,
but also very technical. I don't mean like flair. Like the ball stays with him. He's able to like keep the ball and like make it work. It's not like as in we Kante will like chase you down the field. And like
Kante was good on the ball.
Yeah, but this guy, this is an 18-year-old kid that plays like a 28-year-old.
I understand where the delineation between him and Kante is. Kante will take the ball. He'll take the ball all the way to pass it. But
Yeah.
Kante's job is like, you have seen Kante shoot very little balls. Like just take a ball and be so like feel so confident that he can shoot the ball. Kante only shoots when it's like the last option. It's like, oh crap, I can't do anything. Then he shoots. But Mano is like, I'm gonna dribble you, and if I got that shot, I'm taking it. Because that goal against Wolves, bruh, the confidence for a kid at that age. But how does Ten Hag now manages him? Because one of the problems that I noticed is that is that I see with a lot of these young players nowadays is there's an overload that they start putting there's an overload that they start putting on them so easily, and then there's tendency to get injured. Like for example, like Mason Mounts.
You have Rooney. If we do what we wouldn't have Rooney, who was done at 31. Which we don't. So Man U needs a midfielder. This guy needs to be the backup to the midfielder next to Casemiro, or two midfielders that he's the number one backup to them. He can't be a starter. He should not be starting. He's way too young to be started.
But then how do you continue to develop?
No, because
if you don't have him start, because sometimes
but like,
for a young lad, when you put all your in and you actually want to start some game. Like I understand him not finishing, but starting also gives players some sort of.
But for example, right, if we are playing, let's say Man City, he should not be a number one player to bring into the team. Okay. He should be, if somebody's injured, you come in for them. But like when you say like you're starting 11, he should not be like one of the core stars of the team. Okay. He's way too young for that. You have to like ease him into it.
Okay.
That's where I see it.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you right now,
bruh. But getting caught up at 18, that's
amazing.
That's amazing.
I think Rooney did it that was like even younger. I don't know if Rashford got at 18 too. I think Rashford did. Sterling did at 18. So yeah, he's in a very
good crop of players.
That got caught up. One thing I have to say is that please hope there's no scandal for this one, because my heart cannot take another missing goal situation. I hope there's not a single scandal. I hope him being of Ghanaian descent prevents that. Not a single scandal. I don't want to know he smokes cigarettes or he even smokes like fake cigarettes.
No
I don't want to hear nothing. All I want to hear is that this guy is obsessed with football. He wakes up in the morning, he's watching football, he goes to bed watching football, and he plays FIFA. That's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear no scandal, nothing.
All right, let's move on to the next agenda. That was more of a little bit of a tangent, but I think it was a tangent one highlight.
Another thing.
Okay.
Onana is getting better.
Hey.
Onana is settling.
Onana is settling.
I am liking him more. I think before he wasn't settled, now he's settled, and he's making some saves that he should be making, but also I'm not as worried as before.
What do you think is what do you think is causing him to be more settled? Was it more of a structured defense, the coach, is it the environment?
Defense has been horrible. He hasn't had like a settled like back four since he started.
So what do you think has contributed to it?
I think also it's like when you start a new job, at the beginning you kind of like second guess yourself because you're not sure if I should do this or do that. Now it's more of like, you know what? I'm here to stay.
So you actually see Onana staying in for the long haul. If we're doing a keep and sell right now, you keep him? Is that what we're saying? Even if there are better options in the market?
Name a better option. before I say that. Kobe Minu is a keep. I don't care who's available.
Okay, let's say
even if Bellingham's available. Kobe Minu.
Mike.
Minor?
Yeah, from
Milan.
From Milan.
Get out. Go. What? Mike Mannion.
What about let's say Donnarumma from PSG?
No.
You would take Donnarumma?
No.
If Donnarumma was
Donnarumma, no.
Why?
This guy left Milan. The people who gave him at 16 years of age, they were like, yo, you are our next.
He needed money and did not give him the money. Football is a business. Is it not? That's why.
You're telling me Milan wouldn't have figured out a way to get Donnarumma the money he wanted?
No, they won't. Because Milan, you have to.
Also, he was 21 asking for like crazy money too.
Yeah, you have to understand that Milan was going through a rebuild during that period. They didn't have a lot of like investment as they have now. And they had not, remember, they had not won the.
I get what you're saying.
During that period.
I get what you're saying. So, let's put this right. If this is just a tangent right now, Donnarumma went for the money. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I absolutely did.
Anybody,
I did.
That's what I'm saying. But if you also win something, why go to PSG? PSG will not win anything. They will never win anything.
Yeah, but he felt that he could get that number one position from Keylor Navas.
It's not a big deal because Navas was pushed out of Real Madrid too. See,
so you're not taking.
I don't want that stress. I don't want that stress. If you can do that to Milan, nah. What you want to do to us?
So no on-field performance related reasons.
No.
You're not loyal enough for me to want you.
Exactly. No.
All right.
I don't want the stress that will come with that.
All right. So this the next agenda item.
Ask me. Who? There's nobody.
Ian Sommer.
It's too old.
It's too old.
It's too old.
So you're not taking Ian Sommer.
I'm not taking Ian Sommer.
Okay. There's this Diego Costa from Porto. That guy is young. He's
young.
And that guy
there's a potential there.
Yeah.
But my fear too is Ederson came out of there. Which Ederson to me is the same issue that Valdez had at Barcelona. I feel like Pep always has like not a mediocre keeper, but not a great keeper, and it gets masked because half the time his team has the ball. So that Costa guy might come if he's playing against a defense against like 80 shots a game, he's going to let in some stupid goals too.
But if you look at his performance against Arsenal in both legs, even though except from the one goal is conceded.
But that's the thing.
Pepe, who is on on social security paycheck.
But think about this: Arsenal came, so you have to do your A game. I'm talking about when you're playing leagues. Okay. Teams that are like just win. That's what we get screwed over. But then I get 3 goals in like against some useless club from some club from Europe in Norway.
All right, let's move on to the next agenda item. The next agenda item I have here is. This is about Man U also. So this is rumors about Gareth Southgate to Man U.
To Fiacqua. I don't know what else.
Has been coming up. It's been bubbling up as somebody who's potentially going to replace Ten Hag. What are your thoughts about that? Like, give me your don't just drag this man. Gareth Southgate is a well decorated man. I gave my
well decorated. With what?
I gave my views about this in the last episode. So if you have not checked out that last episode, watch it. I gave my views about him.
Gareth Southgate's accolades. I'm going to go Google it right now.
He took England to the final, though.
And lost to who?
Italy.
You know what? I'm going to ask you a question, right? Hold on. He named the keeper. Italy's keeper.
Donnarumma.
It was Donnarumma, right? Name the striker.
Immobile.
Immobile that went to Germany and came back because he couldn't.
He's a high scorer in now.
Because he can only play in Italy. He can only play in Italy. Dude, see.
All right, let me know what your thoughts are.
Gareth Southgate.
What happens if, because as you know, Sir Jim, who is the new, this man is acting, this Sir Jim is doing too much. That's my own comment.
No, I like him so far.
He's doing too much. He's doing yappa, and he only owes 25%. He's doing as if he bought the whole 100%. He only owns 25%.
That's what we need. The ones that own 100% were useless.
So this man says, this is rumors.
What's
that
your question? Say it.
He wants to replace. If he replaces Gareth Southgate with Ten Hag, what will happen? What do you think will happen?
If he brings Gareth Southgate instead of and fires Ten Hag. Number one, Harry Maguire stays.
Okay.
Um,
Jordan Anderson joins you guys.
yes, we'll probably buy Pickford from Everton. Who's another strong British lad that we'll probably get to?
Tyrone Mings.
Probably go get that one too. Yeah, he would try to get us a Callum Wilson. No. He likes Harry Kane. We'll probably get Sterling from you guys. Who's a waste?
But he doesn't like Sterling now. Sterling has not been in the English squad for a long time. In fact, they're even saying because Sterling has been picking up form here and there, small ball, the guy refused to call him.
You know what? I can't even lie. Gareth Southgate has, I'm sorry to say, he has the greatest English generation of all time. Because name one player in that team that's not a star on his own team.
Yeah.
I can't name them. Maybe there is probably one or two, but if you compare this England team to all the other teams they've had, this is one of the best teams they've ever had. And all they could do was lose to an Italy team that didn't qualify for the Euros.
Yeah, well, his excuse was the lads were still young then. They were not main star. Now he has the crop of, so like for example, Saka is now a big boy. Is a
Why
Saka was very still young then. He was
exactly. Why would you put on an 18-year-old to like do the
okay, Saka is still young. Now the team he has now, Saka, Bellingham, Declan Rice, the Foden, Mount, Gallagher, like he now has matured men. So
England's team versus Italy World Cup. Oh, sorry. Whatever.
So if I'm to play devil's advocate, then they needed that defeat to really kind of to strengthen them up, to understand what are the do's and don'ts, what they shouldn't do, what are the lessons. And penalties, they lost at penalties. Penalties in anybody's game. It's not as if they performed poorly or they lost like 3-0 against Italy. It was penalties. Anybody can win penalties. Give this man a chance now.
So, Poch gets fired, and Gareth Southgate's available.
Mourinho, you better come back.
You see what I'm dealing with? You see, special one. You see, please. You see, this is the problem with people.
Why is your owner now? It's not. It's like your owner is a British lad, is a British loyalist, and he wants to ensure you continue to promote that British that patriarchy even in the most biggest club in England.
Listen what I think right now. To be a billionaire, you have to be at least smart. Now, you might be stupid in some other things, but at least you're smart in some aspects. That's a fact. Nobody's like just foolishly because of a billionaire, unless like your dad give you the money. So, Jim Ratcliffe is definitely a self-made billionaire. So obviously, it means that he's hired people who have been smart enough to at least help him make his billions, or at least who've helped him, like guided him making tough decisions. There is no way on God's green earth that is going through global warming right now that he, after spending all that money to deal with this useless American family that don't know how to build a team, who gave Woodward everything he wanted and wasted the money, after doing all that and criticizing them for their lack of working on this team, goes and gets one of the most overrated. One of the most underwhelming managers of all time.
I thought you were going to say underrated.
Underwhelming. See, even the English fans right now, if you ask them, hey, Gareth Southgate has to renew his contract free of charge, they'll tell you no. He can leave. You're talking about he wants to go to Man U.
Oh, all right.
The only English coach that I might even accept is the one that's in Newcastle.
Oh, Eddie Howe.
Yes.
Eddie Howe. Oh, interesting. All right.
After that, the rest of it can go.
Okay, so let's say they don't want to keep Ten Hag. Who ideally do you think
Loki, and people are going to hate me for this. Even I hate myself for saying this. I kind of want OGS back. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Oh.
But that's only if Ten Hag leaves. Because there's somebody else who's available.
Oh.
Because
what do you think OGS would do differently?
He was the only guy who beat Man City. He was the only guy who was like, that's Man City.
He has a vote on them.
That's what I'm saying. No, he was the only guy that like, you are like, today, we either win or we get beat. But guess what? I'm going to be entertained. Like, was it. So with Ten Hag, you kind of be like, yeah, he doesn't want to lose this game, so he's going to like try to play this like weird way of doing it. But like, he doesn't want to lose. Mourinho was like, we're not losing, and Rafratic was just doing whatever he was doing.
But then, didn't even OGS get the best out of Rashford also?
He got the best out of Rashford, Pogba, but the issue was that he ran his team so into the ground, and then when it came time to actually buy players, he bought wrongly.
But did he buy wrongly, or is just
He was given-
or was Woodward
Exactly.
the one that bought wrongly? Because when I was listening to some of his podcasts or news post leaving Man U,
He was being very-
he said he identified Jude Bellingham. Jude
Yes,
Bellingham
exactly.
came. Jude Bellingham wanted a certain amount of minutes, but they couldn't guarantee it, and he left. I was watching
Even Haaland, because he traded Haaland.
So there was a podcast on that Rio Ferdinand does, and he was saying, Rio Ferdinand was like, I don't care what I have to tell that boy. I will tell him he's going to be the captain for that meeting. Once he enters the team and signs, you're like, bro, you go wait for a little bit. Your time will come, but not now.
See, no. So, honestly, I want OGS. I think.
So you think he has a talent, eye for talent, and he's going to be able to manage the team to achieve something? Because he did. It's not as if he achieved. Was he not second during that period? He took second. So he did. It wasn't like a flop. He didn't have the right support. He didn't have the right backing financially.
And I think one
right
thing that like now that like I'm actually also kind of admitting, right, was because then I was like, we have this great team. We should be beating all these teams. But later, you actually sit down, you think about it, you're like, who this was actually good? Because it was like the defense was horrible. So you didn't really have like really great defenders. Like there's somebody right now, I'm like, during OGS, and that was a great defender. They were all just useless and nobody wanted. So it's like, imagine you give OGS, you say, hey, Ole, you got money, we're gonna stay out of it, get the players you need. Dude, we would never get 4-3.
Okay.
Nah,
that's interesting. I didn't expect that.
I like them. Like,
I was thinking
his first season in that club, when after Mourinho got fired, that 10-game run, everybody was chopping 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. Pogba was on fire.
It's like you could never lose a game
at all. Everybody was. It was fun. So if we could get that back, and I just think it was that he ran them into the ground, and then later he didn't have enough players to replace him.
So Ole had the wheel again. I like it. If Ten Hag
they should get him back.
All right, interesting.
Because he has unfinished business. Because even I wanted him gone at the time. I was like, he has to go. But now I'm like, this guy had terrible players.
He had a sack of fufu, and they were expecting you to do magic.
Because I'm like, the junior was just helping us out. Because after him, in front of him, they were all just bad. They were all just terrible.
Oh man! All right, let's move on to the next agenda item. The next agenda item that I have now is, we currently have a 3-horse race in the Premier League title. Who do we really think? I'll go first. Who do we really think is going to win the Premier League title? So definitely not Arsenal. So Arsenal fans, don't dream. Don't worry. Don't go too far. It's not going to happen. I have a specific burning desire for you not to win this Premier League title. So if you are listening to me, Arsenal fans, bona fide hater. For Arsenal fans, you are not going to enjoy this joy of this Premier League until Chelsea win it.
This is a hater.
It's until when Chelsea win it, then you cannot win it when we are satisfied. Until then, no, you are not going to win it. So Arsenal pack to one corner. Pack to one.
Who's your biggest rival? It's not Arsenal.
It's not Arsenal.
Isn't that West Ham or something?
It's supposed to be West Ham and Tottenham, but those because are scrubs, man. No, there's no rival there. That's like big brother to small brother. That's a gbon. Tottenham are those small boys that will go and send up to go and buy bonds for us. Like, Junior, come here, go and buy bonds for me, dude.
Dude, this is like living on the street, right? Your up is your opposite door neighbor, but you have left the whole street, went to the other street, started fighting them there for no reason.
I'm going to look for trouble.
You left the whole estate like, no, not you guys. I'm going to the estate.
You guys are too small for me. I want to go look for trouble in another place. Literally, that's exactly what's happened. So, Arsenal, consider yourself out. I think for the sake of everybody, for the sake of the league, Liverpool has to win this thing. Liverpool, for the sake of this league, if not, I don't mind Man City. I don't consider Man City as this thing because Man City have won this thing. Is it not, have they won 3 times?
This will be the 4th time they win.
If they cannot turn this league into a Bundesliga, this thing, no, we will not allow it. We say no. We say no.
We not agree.
We not agree. Man City, we say no. In fact, all that financial something that they are looking for, let them expedite it quickly before they even win.
Speaking of this, something that you take for.
So mine is Liverpool.
So there's corruption also in the Premier League.
Why?
Nottingham Forest or whoever got it.
Yes, look at their matter was expedited.
That came out of nowhere. It was like, oh, you're getting billed? Oh, it already did it already? Man City came out.
Like, yes, almost a year or 2 years. It's not.
I have a question. How many days does it take to go through 115 lines? You just be like, yes, no. Yes, no.
Why I don't know. There's corruption. You are right.
There's corruption.
That's why when I saw, because what you call it, I was reading, I was checking Twitter and I saw, was it Twitter or just this thing? They were like, oh, Chelsea and Man City have a risk of being excluded from it. I said that's never going to happen. There is no way in God's green earth that Premier League will look and say that they will exclude Man City, one of the biggest spenders in the Premier League, and then you will now exclude Chelsea.
Man City needs to
You cannot exclude. First of all, I knew that some of those things are just based on people who need to fill their blog space and have news. But I know for a fact that you cannot expel Man City. Not talking of you want to expel 2 Premier League clubs from the Premier League. That's not going to happen. So there is corruptions because the way they expedited Everton's case, expedited Nottingham Forest. Where is the same energy? Where is that vibe when it comes to Man City's 115 charges? To today, they have not entered even law. They have not even entered a court case just to even figure out what date. Now they are saying, is it not next year or 2 years that they are going to start the litigation? That's absolute rubbish. You are right. There is absolute corruption. Pure corruption.
Now, after that tangent, the question. Okay, but the question is, who do I want to win this league? Well, out of the 3 of them, 2 of them I hate. Man City can't win it because then that would mean that Pep is better than Ferguson, which we don't want to happen. Number 2, Liverpool's our most hated rivals. They can't win it either. So at this point, we have to go with one of our rivals from the 90s, the Invisibles.
God forbid.
Arsenal needs to win this league.
God forbid.
Even though I don't think they'll win it.
God forbid.
Because, I don't know.
Do you know how many Arsenal fans we have as friends?
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of them. But
they will be insufferable this summer. You don't understand the WhatsApp groups that are going to be activated. There's a dead WhatsApp group that says Arsenal have been fumbling. Those WhatsApp group, we have not seen them at all.
It's actually win. All the Instagram reels going to be.
Do you know how many Arsenal fans I have as they are on my Instagram? Arsenal fans that are on my WhatsApp. They will reactivate from the ashes.
But the truth is that only Arsenal can win this thing. As a Man U fan, only Arsenal can win this thing.
If I want to be unbiased, they're probably the only ones that deserve it.
Only them. Because number 1,
Liverpool has had their time.
Arsenal
have not won this thing for over 20 years. So you know that, right?
Half their fans don't know what it feels like to win something. Half their fans don't know what it feels like.
They'll just shout Ori. They'll shout Ori. They'll shout Invisible. Once you say Premier League, Ori that is retired. Ori is probably going to be a grandfather soon. They're shouting Ori.
Dude, I saw this funny video, right? This one was so funny to me. It was these little kids. They saw Henry. They were so shocked, oh my God, this is Henry. I kept thinking, I was like, y'all are 12, 11. You guys don't know what he played? Did your dad tell you that he was it? I was like, so who's Arsenal's legend that's that they should know? I was like, maybe Van Persie. But then he left them.
He left them to go and win
this. You know, Arsenal, who's your legend? In the last 10 years, who's the legend from Arsenal? They don't have one.
Ramsey. Nah, take that back. It's Bentner. You know that It's Bednar. It's Bednar.
Yo.
It's Bednar. It's
Because
Bednar.
I really thought about it. It could be Van Persie, but Van Persie was like, "Nah, I gotta whistle it," so he left. So they hated him. So who was like an Arsenal legend?
That's a good question. Arsenal fans,
Who was your legend of the
Arsenal
past
fans, put
10, 15 years?
Put it in the comments. Who's your legend from the past 10, 15 years? Arsenal fans, I don't know. I know I'm taking a mic, but Arsenal fans, let me know in the comments. Let me know in your comments. Who's your legend within the past 10, 15 years?
Striker Walcott. It's probably Walcott.
Bruh, nah, that can't be true. Walcott that went to go and play for Southampton. They didn't even give him a send-off. They were like, bruh, they were like, your list is up. Your list is up.
Oh, I know it. Per Mertesacker Koscielny.
Nah.
It's them.
It can't be.
It's them.
It can't be.
It's them.
Those brothers that they were like, they were swearing for as they were going out. What if Costa, Diego Costa used those people do, man? God. What Diego Costa used per Mertesacker?
Oh, maybe Alexis Sanchez.
The one that betrayed them and still went to Man U. They went to Man U and they flopped.
You know, Arsenal fans, if you guys have like a legend that you guys
put it in the
actually
comment.
stand behind,
let us know.
I'm very curious. I want to know.
All right, let's move on. That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't really have one.
All right, this is more of a news, but Saka leaves early. Saka leaves the England squad early due to an injury.
I hope not, because Arsenal, you guys need that guy.
How much does that affect them?
Oh, the season is over. Who's his backup? Emma Smith Rowe?
I got somebody.
Who?
Havertz. King Kai.
You know, how many goals does Havertz have?
Havertz has 8 goals, I think.
Huh?
8 goals and 2 or 3 assists. I think so. 8 goals and 2 or 3 assists or something like that. How many?
Let me see. He has 8 goals and 3 assists, yeah.
We are monitoring him. We know why, because we have a add-on fees. We have add-on fees, and I'm praying to God that that add-on fees is based on some goal contributions. So maybe when he reaches 10, that's where Chelsea will get the extra money down. So that's 65 will go to 70. We want it. We want it.
What?
Because Arsenal fans are shouting, Havertz is being better. I said, you have forgotten
What
this,
is
brother.
wrong? What is he playing? I'm still not like.
They are forgetting that this. Look at Havertz's numbers when he was at Chelsea. It's not far off from what he was getting when he was at Chelsea. In fact, there was a season he finished the season of 14 goals or something at Chelsea. So all this Arsenal, all this Havertz Gregor that is doing you, it's okay. Maybe he's contributing. He's a squad player, but I think Havertz will take Saka's role to answer your question. But honestly,
That's a big loss. That's a huge loss.
Yeah, if he's really injured, that's a big loss, because the only potential person I can see is having Trossard, which I'm not sure Trossard is comfortable on that right side. Trossard is more comfortable.
So then you move Martinelli, move him to the right.
Martinelli cannot play on the right side. You will not. There's nothing you can pay Martinelli to play on the right side. It's not going to happen.
Move Odegaard to the right, and then he becomes like an inverted cam, like the Messi role. Like when Messi was playing cam on the right.
But does Arteta have tactics for that? That man that does not have plan B, all he has is plan A. Once you figure out Arteta's plan A like this, it's like, bro, I don't know. No, for real. Arsenal fans will tell you themselves now. Once you figure out Arteta's plan A, it's like, bro, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to suffer through this. That's what it tells us. It's like, you're going to suffer through this. I got nothing else. I came with one plan and one plan only. You listen to the Liverpool song in the training. You have listened to it in the field. No. If you cannot figure it out.
You know what? Thank you for bringing that back up. Thank you. What was he thinking?
It was vibes. He wanted to give that the vibes of what it means to be yelled at and be sung. He will never walk alone, and they ended up walking alone.
That
was very interesting. I was like,
you know, if it was me, I'd be like, well, this is not making too productive.
Bro, I'm gonna cut that stuff.
Cut it off.
I'm gonna cut it off.
Amazon, not happening.
Especially when we not win the league. Like if we won the league, then we'll be like, oh, it boosted morale.
If we won that game, we'll be like, okay, yes, this was the reason.
You went there, you got slapped. Didn't they get slapped? I thought they got slapped. I think no, it was a draw. They ended up being a draw. I think it was a draw, but it was like, I'm like,
matter. It wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it. Literally, you know the funny thing about it is they went to that game. So I remember that game. They went to that game and they did the opposite of what he told them to do. They were hearing the song, and then who was it? Was it not Zaka or somebody that wanted to go and rile them up? And all of a sudden they just came back and drew the game, and they almost even lost the game at the 9 minutes. Like, I was like, if there's anything, you have learned how much pressure that song brings upon you in training. Why would you go and do something that invites that pressure again in real life?
You never walk alone.
But you are walking alone.
And Liverpool fans, you will walk alone too. Like, it's over for y'all. Once club lives,
Pepe.
it's gonna be going down.
All right.
As you saw.
All right, let's move
Because
on.
mind you, and Liverpool cannot be good at the same time.
All right.
Can't be good at the same time. So I guess what? As we're going up,
You're going to go
y'all
down.
are going down.
All right, let's talk about
Like Jay Sean said, it's going down, 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 down.
Oh my God. Let's talk about the UCL quarterfinals draw. So we have Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. We have PSG versus...
Why do you always get those guys?
I don't know.
Arsenal,
I feel like there's somebody that always does that draw. That when he sees your team, he just finds what is the team that frustrates you the most. Because Chelsea, remember Chelsea got like Real Madrid twice in a row. Like, but Man City got some Sporting Lisbon or some very, very like nonsense team.
But finally, though, Man City finally got Real
Yeah,
Madrid.
they got their match this time.
So I think that's the gift to watch.
That is because there's nobody else. There's nobody else that they can give to them.
That's
Nobody
true.
will
That's
agree.
true. That's
Because
true.
you will not want to go and face Barcelona. Well, you can beat Barcelona, but you will not want it. They probably ask me like, you want Barcelona? Like, I don't want
Loki,
it.
this PSG versus Barcelona game, to me, doesn't even interest me. Because like honestly, it should be a big game. I'm just like, I really don't care.
Yeah, it's Mbappe one that wants to leave.
Mbappe's gonna run around. It's like,
And it's just going to tear them like 3-0, and then they'll go to New Camp and they get a respectable 2-1, and then that's it. And PSG moves on.
but I really think though, for me, whoever wins Real Madrid Man City wins the Champions League.
That's what I was thinking. I think I mentioned that during the podcast, the last previous episode. I talked about like Real Madrid's chances and Man City's
Because let's see. Okay, let's go right now. Atletico versus Dortmund.
Who you should go on?
Atletico.
Yeah, I said Atletico.
Simeone is
Bruh,
going to.
I was shocked how he eliminated Inter Milan. Inter Milan, I think that's the first time Inter Milan lost that season.
Yeah, Simeone is going to.
Yeah, that man, especially at that Wanda Stadium.
He's going to figure out a way and just be nasty about it and just frustrate them. PSG, Barcelona. Probably. Wait, hold up. Who's PSG's coach? Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
Maybe PSG.
Yeah, PSG.
Maybe
I see PSG.
Because Xavi's not it.
Yeah, Xavi is already he's on vacation mode already. He has already told them,
He said, I'm done.
I'm done. You're not going to kill me.
Arsenal. Bayern Munich.
What?
Arsenal. This is where Arteta plays his B team, so you can save your team. This is where he.
But he will not learn now. He will not do that. Atlanta is stronger, and Arsenal fans, because of what Bayern has done to them in the past. I think it was not 10-1 or something or 10-2 that they beat them like home and away. It was like 5-0, 5-1 or 5-2.
Ah, that was the days of Robin and Ribery.
Arsenal suffered. I pitied them, to be honest.
Abuse.
I pitied them. Then I used to watch AFTV just to go and watch for the vibes. I would just plug into it. I'm like, my Arsenal don't suffer. Let me go and tune into AFTV.
So Real Madrid, Man City.
Real Madrid, Man City.
Honestly, I said Real Madrid. Even though I don't want them to win. I don't want either of them to win.
I don't care if Real Madrid wins it. They are Galactico. We already know this.
Yeah, but they're going to have like what, 14 or 15?
But who's going to catch up to them? That's it.
No one.
No one's going to. So let them just continue to win it. So honestly speaking, I don't see City. I feel like City has been good this season, but I feel like they've not been tested enough. And all the big squads that they've been tested against, they have not shown up. Like against Liverpool, they didn't do anything convincing. Even against Chelsea that are struggling, they're not convincing enough. They barely drew the last 2 games with Chelsea.
But also though,
against Arsenal,
the Bruyne wasn't there. The Bruyne wasn't in those games. I don't think it was there.
Yeah, Yeah, but even then,
injured.
De Bruyne is still injured again. He's just his back is out injured again. So that brother just need to go to Saudi and just go enjoy his last
He needs
days.
to retire. So, okay.
I see Madrid to be honest.
No, because for me, I see Madrid because like Ancelotti doesn't have a tactics. So you're gonna be like, you know what? Today we would have make a new tactics.
Bro,
and get it to work.
I'm just surprised on how this man is making FIFA mode in real life just easy. It just takes Tuchumeni and it's like, I'm going to train you as a CB today. Oh, I'm going to go to the CB plus and just go and learn there. And then he's like, Kamavinga, I don't have left back today. So you're just going to play left back.
I have a question though. Seeing exactly how good this team is, all they need right now to play 4-3-3 is a striker in the middle. Why would they spend that much money on Mbappe?
They're not spending money. It's coming for free though.
Yeah, but they're gonna give you like that. Yeah, you're gonna be
They're going to give him it's going to give him
They said like it's almost 100. They said like it's 100 mil like a signing bonus over 5 years.
Yeah.
Plus his salary.
Yeah.
At that point,
I feel they're going to get rid of somebody.
guys-
Rodrigo is probably going to leave.
Real Madrid, go find you the next best striker. Oh, and they will have injury coming.
That's what I was saying.
It's like, so what's the point?
I don't understand.
Rodrigo is available.
Yeah, Rodrigo is going to be available.
Oh yes, man, you go get him.
They're probably going to. I've been hearing rumors about him being available for like 85 mil or something like that.
Okay, they can have him. Keep him.
They want to say for 85 mil
85 mil, you can keep him.
because he's not going to want to sit on the bench. All right, so we have Atletico Madrid facing PSG for the summer.
Yes.
And then we have Real Madrid
This
versus
is Bayern.
Bayern.
So PSG, Atletico. I say Atletico. Dude, it might be a Madrid final.
Interesting. Real Madrid versus Atletico. That's gonna be fun.
It might be that.
Okay. All right, let's move on to our next topic for today, which is England versus Brazil. They're playing in a friendly, and I think it's probably going to be tomorrow. So my question is, who you got? Who you got winning that England versus Brazil?
England.
England?
Brazil's team doesn't like give me the same feeling I used to feel back in the day.
When are they playing? I thought it's not tomorrow. Maybe Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. It's actually Saturday. Saturday, 3 p.m.
Do you see who they took? You see who's in the team? You see the keepers?
For what?
Brazil's keepers.
Who are the keepers?
Rafael, Leo.
Oh, yeah, they're going to
So they took they didn't take Ederson. I think he's injured.
Oh.
And Alisson is injured. So.
And then England got the whole squad except probably Saka.
England has the Galacticos.
Damn.
And they're going to win 1-0. And that's my issue right there with Southgate.
All right, let's move on to the next topic, which is Nigeria versus Ghana. I think this is a friendly that's going to be tomorrow. This game was originally scheduled for 7 Eastern, but it somehow got moved to 12 p.m. So it's actually good during lunchtime. I can pop it up and watch it. They call it the Jollof Derby. The Jollof Derby. Who you got?
Ghana versus Nigeria.
Meanwhile, they have sacked Nigeria. Well, they have not sacked. They did not renew the contract for the Nigerian coach. So now I think Finidi. Yeah.
But they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. And this is just me saying it's a new coach, new tactics, and on the other side of the team, they have this guy called Kudus.
Yeah, and actually, both teams actually they let go of their coaches, their previous coaches. Ghana actually has somebody. I've forgotten. Let me try and find it.
Oh, so both. Okay, then maybe I take it back.
Yeah. Ghana has a new coach. It's actually somebody who was. Let me try and find his name. Jeez, I'm trying to find the name. Did they put coaches here? No, they do not put coaches, of course. Ghana's new coach is somebody, I think they signed him, it was a sporting director or something from somewhere, from Europe or something like that.
Ghana national.
Yeah, national team's coach. He's somebody, I forgot, he came from a...
White guy?
No, it's not white.
Oto Ado.
Yeah, that one. Where is he from?
He's 48 years old. He's a Ghanaian football manager. He's a manager of Ghana national team and works as a talent coach for Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, he was a Borussia Dortmund coaching this thing. That's what I saw. Yeah. So he was on the staff, I think, coaching staff. I don't know if it was actual. Was it under 23 or is he coaching? What was he coaching?
He's a talent coach.
Talent coach, yeah.
You see, Africans, you guys don't want to.
Oh my! At least he's around the place now.
Oh my!
He helps out. He helps set the cones. He's a coach. No, maybe you don't know. Maybe they just start giving him the spotlight. Look at what the Ivory Coast coach did now. The one that they brought in, that just took over when the white guy resigned. Look, it carried them all the way to final. So I think I actually like this. I like this. No, I think all these African coaches that actually listen to my podcast, they listen to my podcast. You hear that? They listen to our podcast.
Who?
All this African. Remember we had an episode where I went
you were going off.
Where I went off on a rant about not supporting African coaches and not having enough representation. They listened, and you know what? I support you, man. I support Finidi. I support whoever the Ghanaian coach is. Otuado. I support you guys. You guys do show that this African support, this African enthusiasm, this black coaches, we matter, man. Black coaches matter. So let's go. I want to see a beautiful game. I don't want to see that boring nonsense defending. Go out there and give us an interesting game. Anyway, so I think Nigeria will win 2-0.
No, Nigeria will definitely win because. Wait, hold on. Before I say this, what was Finidi George doing before this? What was Finidi doing?
I don't know.
Finidi George, what were you doing?
I don't know what Finidi George is doing. No. I cannot confirm nor deny what he was doing.
What were you doing before you got this?
All I know is the new coach bounce. Coach bounce.
He was the head coach of Enyimba FC.
Oh, and Enyimba was doing good.
Exactly. That's good.
Let's go Finidi George.
Okay, so Nigeria. So actually makes sense. Yeah, Nigeria will win.
All right, let's go. All right, that wraps it up.
What kind of stupidity is this?
What?
Just gonna give a talent.
All right, that wraps it up here at the Goal Line Conversation.
This is the guy who puts the cones. Who puts the cones and say, yeah, you pass that way. You do this.
Hey man, you don't know. Give him the opportunity. He might step into limelight from there now.
Under 21. Go and learn there first.
Don't worry, we'll see what happens. We'll see how he plays tomorrow and setting up his team. But if you've enjoyed this, please don't forget to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram. Again, remember it's now the Goal Line Conversation podcast, so it's no longer going to be Mike and Jared. So I think we've tried to update our YouTube pages and also our Instagram pages also, and we'll have more content like this for you.
And don't forget, Ghana hired a talent coach as their main head coach.
Ghana, don't worry.
Talent.
He go be.
You know what? Challenge your boy there.
All right.
Wish you all luck.
Check us out on all social media and streaming platforms. You're also available. And I hope you all have a great week. Peace.
Later.